tonight, Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price is reflecting on her first 6 months in office. And today, she sat down with us for a one-on-one interview with KTVU.
She's been facing mounting criticism over her handling of cases involving violent crimes. KTVU's Zach Sauce joins us now after speaking with her and has her critics' take on her job performance. Zach.
Yeah, that's right. Some of her staunchest critics now behind a recall effort, hoping to remove her from office this past week. Paperwork was submitted to the county's election office so that fundraising could begin behind that effort. Earlier today, DA Price taking on her critics head on.
These are election deniers.
Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price doubling down on a controversial statement released by her office earlier this week, comparing the backers of a new campaign to recall her from office with those behind the January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol.
When you lose an election, you shouldn't be able to overturn the will of the voters. That's what happened in the insurrection in January 6th.
Among those tied to the recall effort, Oakland Chinatown community advocate Carl Chan, now listed as the treasurer of Save Alameda for Everyone. Last month, Chan speaking out about the DA's handling of a case involving two men accused of killing toddler Jasper Wu during a shootout on Interstate 880. Price opting to remove a special circumstances charge from the case, and with it, the possibility of life without parole or the death sentence for the accused.
By not sending a strong message, we are almost saying that it's okay to commit crime because there's no serious or no consequences.
Price addressing that decision Sunday.
The amount of grief and pain that one experiences when you lose a loved one is not anything that I would wish on anybody. I mean, we have to follow the law. The legislature has been very clear around the use of enhancements in special circumstances and how a district attorney's office is expected to apply those.
Price's position in line with a campaign promise to implement progressive policies centered around restorative justice. But her critics, including Barry Donlan of the Oakland Police Officers Association, argue those policies have made their work more challenging in a city that has seen a 14% increase in robberies since last year. In a recent statement, Donlan saying in part, quote, "They are exasperating an already very challenging crime situation that the residents in Oakland are facing. We bring the perpetrator to justice. We need the other part of the criminal justice system, the district attorney's office, to advocate for the very victims we are trying to protect." Some of that criticism centered around Price's handling of repeat offenders. Price says it's an issue that her team has been actively working to address.
We look at each case, and the deputies sometimes will have a person who's charged with one thing over here, and then he's charged with another thing over here, and they don't always meet. And so we're trying to work on that. We've improved the technology that this office has and tried to make it more user-friendly so that we begin to have a better sense of what is a repeat offender.
And closely tied to all of this, the issue of mental health and crime, a priority issue for her office. She says she's been working with the court system to try to better address the repeating cycle of those with mental health issues getting arrested, going to jail, and then being put back onto the streets without getting any proper treatment, only to be arrested again. Greg?
Yeah, our Zach Sauce live in the newsroom for us tonight. Zach, thank you.